What's up, champions? Welcome to a new video. So this was the most requested video, I believe, Johnny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was how I healed my lower back with squats and deadlifts. So lower back pain and healing it with squats and deadlifts. Sounds like complete bullshit, but this is actually what I want to get across in today's video. And if some of you are here because you're interested in the Sky mentorship, in working with me one-on-one, then make sure to click the link right here below the video and schedule a free strategy session, and then we'll take it from there. But yeah, how to heal your lower back with squats and deadlifts. So the main thing that I want to get across, if your lower back is hurting, maybe it's chronically, maybe it's been over the past couple of years, it's because you're human.
What?
And this kind of sucks. So we're bipedal upright humans and we walk on 2 feet, so that's why often there can be some back pain experience, and it's not because of lack of flexibility or I know you need to do yoga all day and stretch all day, so that is not going to solve the problem. So what is going to solve the problem is getting your lower back stronger. And how do we get our lower back stronger? Well, it's very simple, using a squat and a deadlift. And I know a lot of you might be very skeptical about, maybe you got injured doing squats and deadlifts, but yeah, I did it myself as well. So that's why I got a herniated disc. I did free running for 10 years. I was jumping from 7 meters and shit like that. Crazy shit. My back was doing pretty much all right because I was using squats and deadlifts for strength. But then I got a bit too egoistic and tried to pull, what was it, 200 kgs way too often. I had one lift where it went a bit sideways, and the spinal flexion is even not the worst thing that can happen, but if you make the lift unsymmetrical, so I kind of twisted to the side, that's about the worst thing for your spine when you're under a lot of load and you're twisting, and that's freaking horrible sign of I wouldn't say poor core stability, but it's definitely the mixed grip that got me a little bit effed up because I wasn't practicing it on a weekly basis. So basically I got injured and yeah, I went to the physio and got a herniated disc, and I have a lot of students who have a herniated disc. I have 4 students who have herniated discs, and some of them had surgery at some point in their life. But what made everything better was actually strengthening the lower back with correct exercises and gaining better core stability. And by core stability, I don't mean standing on a Bosu ball with one 5-pound kettlebell and doing a military press or an asymmetrical squat or something like that. A great sign of core stability is being able to present it while you're lifting a whole lot of load. So being able to do a squat safely with proper technique and with lower back being in the right position. So being able to squat, I don't know, 150 kgs for 3 sets of 5, that's a great demonstrator of core strength and stability and lower back strength. Johnny, how much you squat?
130.
130 for how many reps?
5 sets of 5.
5 sets of 5, and he's 15, and you have a healthy, strong lower back, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, and you're doing flips and all that sort of shit and stuff like that. Yes, and he's doing just fine. So mainly what I want to get across is if you got injured in the past doing squats and deadlifts, it was because we're basically trying to push too much weight or overtraining or just trying to do it too frequently. But what I want to get across is if you are experiencing some back pain and maybe you're 40 years of age or 50, I have a student, Jim, he's 53, he's squatting 70 kgs, 3 sets of 5 this week, and he's doing great. His lower back is feeling fantastic. Kyle got rid of his knee pain because he got his lower back stronger, got his legs stronger, and right now he's squatting, what was it, 170 pounds, 3 sets of 5, we're somewhere there. And definitely still improving, but his lower back is also healthy, and he also had a herniated disc. What was it? From Colombia, Alexei also herniated disc, doing deadlifts right now, still doing deadlifts and squats and healthy lower back. And my little brother David as well spent a full year in bed from a surgery which did not work. And if some of you are thinking maybe, oh, I have lower back pain, it's a bit irritating and inconsistent, maybe I should get a back surgery. And according to Mark Ripito, who's been teaching squat and deadlifts for 44 years now and has done a great deal of research on this type of stuff, 1/3 of the back surgeries are actually successful. 1/3, it's about the same shit you feel afterwards, and 1/3 actually is worse after the injury. And my little brother got the one when it was worse after the injury. So he was not one of the lucky few, and about a year of resting and everything and stretching and improving the pike flexibility and shit like that, and he got a bit more range there, but still his lower back hurt. Why? Because it was weak. It was weak as shit. So that's why we needed to get it stronger. And he's right now doing some squats and deadlifts, which I will also show you. So for everybody experiencing lower back pain or chronic back pain and have been for a while, you need to get a lower back pain. You need to get your lower back stronger. So we're gonna do this with squats and deadlifts, and I want you to do 3 sets of 5 squats and 2 sets of 5 reps on the deadlift 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And start with very low weight. Let's say if maybe you're in your 50s. My brother actually started with what? With 4 or 5 kg. So this is the 5 kg plate, literally. And this is how he performs the squat. So if you have chronic lower back pain, would be a great start. And you don't even, if you don't even have a barbell, then this would be a great way to start. So basically get your feet in a bit of wider stance, feet turned out 33 degrees. And from here, it's very important to present lower back tightness and proper position. So that's what you have to learn how to do. Is come a little bit closer, Johnny. And this is a very important thing I want you to get across. It's boom, right here. Did you catch it? All right, so boom. See this? This is what you need to learn. It's very important stuff. So create that anterior pelvic tilt, and then you just stay in this position isometrically and present tightness here, and then you lift back the weight. So basically go as deep as you feel comfortable. And I also elevate my heels, my brother does as well, because we don't have very glorious dorsiflexion, and this makes everything a whole lot easier. And I encourage you to do the same. So keep the weight close to you, and you can even keep it right here, but yeah, right here would be a little bit easier. So we go and lean a little bit backwards, pushing the knees out, going down, and then standing back up. So as simple as that. You can even look forward, boom, just 5 kgs. And the most important thing, and I'm gonna show you my ass right now, is to keep it symmetrical. So right here, and stand back up. So really make sure this doesn't happen. Or something like this, or you go down and then it's like, duh. So this is the most important thing that we gotta develop right here. The core stability. Boom. This is highly important. My friend Yuri, who was an athlete most of his life, told me, Adam, I'm experiencing some back pain. I need to get a little bit stronger. My lower body is weak, and he's been doing the pistol squats, and he's been running, and he's been his bodyweight exercises, but never a squat or a deadlift. And I just told him, like, just show me your bodyweight squat, and he did it right here. And I was so freaking horrified. I told him never to grab a barbell in his life until he learned just how to do a bodyweight squat symmetrically, because he would go down like, literally, I'm not even bullshitting you guys. He would go down like this, and it would be up to one side, and then boom, right here, and it would stand up. Like, it was exaggerating a little bit, but it's really horrible. Like, not by like 2 or 3 centimeters. No, I'm talking about 15 centimeters. That was the most horrible sign of core stability. And this is a guy who can walk on slackline, who can do all sorts of interesting balance stuff with 2 kg kettlebell on one hand and 5 kg in the other, and you're doing lunges. So load the spine correctly and learn how to do it symmetrically, and this is gonna save your spine, because eventually everybody gets pretty much hurt when they're lifting some heavy shit. That's when you tend to experience. And usually with people who had back pain, I have a lot of friends who are very young. They're 25, Borna right here, he was doing flips with me when he was young, and I had to teach him how to load the spine correctly, and I had to lift things up when he was 25, because the guy would be go down like this. He has great dorsiflexion, but still was mainly relying on his freaking quads, and completely, because he was experiencing some lower back pain, he wanted to completely shut the lower back from not doing anything, you know, and just walking like you got a stick up your ass and lifting things up like this, and which created knee pain as well. I told him, you got some knee pain recently? He was like, yeah, I do have some knee pain. And I was like, no shit, because you're picking things up like a moron. So you got to learn how to correctly engage your lower back, which is slight anterior pelvic tilt. Learn how to do this today. So shifting from anterior, posterior, very, very important stuff. And also got to get this across for everybody who's a calisthenics athlete. You've been trying to maintain that posterior pelvic tilt for a long time. We needed to do it with planche, with a front lever, with a whole lot of exercises. But in the real world, in a realistic environment outside gymnastics and calisthenics and flips as well, maintaining posterior pelvic tilt is not the most important thing in your life. It's hardly even relevant. What's more important is being able to maintain anterior pelvic tilt. And when you sometimes lift some shit up, being able to do it stable and symmetrical. So that's a great demonstrator of core stability. So once more, the squat you will use, even if it's with 20 kgs right here, if you have a plate at home, just simple like this. Lean a little bit forward, you don't have to too much. Anterior pelvic tilt, lower down. Make sure your weight is on your heels, so not here forward on the toes, but right here back on the heels, and then stand up from here. And try to engage your hips as well. And if you can, learn how to breathe in the diaphragm as well. Really helps to protect the spine. So instead of the usual and leaving all the air out, much better solution is right here, protective bubble. You go down, lift up. Boom. 3 sets, 5 reps like this, and then you progressively increase the weight as you feel more comfortable. And within 3 weeks, if you do everything correctly, film yourself from the behind, from the side, make sure you're not flexing your spine in the bottom position. Try to remain with a straight, do it with a straight back. Within 3 weeks, lower back pain should diminish, and sometimes even completely go away after a longer period of time. Definitely with me, had last year 4 or 5 incidents right here when they couldn't fucking move. I was like walking like this. Right now it's been 15 weeks, feel perfectly fine. My squat went up from lousy 60 kgs, which is just like, was horrible to even start at that little weight, but still, yeah, it was a starting point. Right now it's 110 kgs, 3x5, and I feel absolutely fantastic. So this is how we're gonna do a squat, and the very subtle difference between this very simple squat and deadlift is just the hip position, so the torso position, I would say. So this is gonna be our deadlift. So kind of doing RDL, leaning a little bit more forward right here, lowering down, and then lifting back up. And you should feel a nice stretch in the hamstring, boom, and then you lift back up. So keeping the lower back straight, the feet position is up to you. You can even do it with legs more together. Keep the weight here close for lat engagement, and stand back up. And this is a great way to work on your pike flexibility as well. So very, very nice variation. And if you have a barbell, you can do it with a barbell as well. Works very, very nice. So RDL is a great variation. So you start right here with the barbell, close to your chest, lower as deep as you can, and then stand back up. So learn how to squat and deadlift correctly. Check out some other videos from Mark Ripito as well, to really make sure you do this correctly. If you would like me to make a video on the low bar squat, which I currently use and is my absolute nicest variation and includes the most amount of muscle mass as well, the hips and the lower back. So I can make a video on that specifically, and about RDL as well, because otherwise this would be a way too long of a video. But yeah, squats and deadlifts are an amazing exercise, and if you want to be a strong athlete and your squat and deadlift is 40 kgs like this, yeah, it's ridiculous how funny that sounds. And with every discipline that you might be practicing, maybe you're practicing tennis, or it's break dancing, or it's something where you need to jump like free running or parkour, or it's ping pong, or whatever it is, you need your legs. So if you're on a snowboard, if you're on a ski, whatever it is, you need strong lower body. If you want to sprint fast, it would be the easiest way to sprint faster would be get your squat from 30 kgs or nothing to 60 kgs, and that's going to improve your core strength and stability, and you will have a healthier and stronger lower back, and usually that pain also goes away. So yeah, that's about it for this video. How long was it? How did I do?
14 minutes, 13.
14. Okay, it's better than half an hour. Try to make it quick, but I'm gonna make another video specifically on how to execute the squat and the deadlift with the barbell for everybody who's younger and you want to become a great athlete, you want better lower body strength and stability, because there's a lower back pain can be a freaking issue, and there's a lot of free runners as well who gave up their discipline because of that lower back freaking pain. So if you're doing some squats and deadlifts correctly, if you lower the spine in the correct manner and get stronger there, achieve that adaptation, you might just save your career as well. But make sure to do it correctly and dropping the ego out of that equation. The reason why I got injured in the first place was because I was doing heavy singles and heavy doubles. That's what I think. Yeah, let's go as heavy as I can, 5 reps. And it worked for quite a long freaking time. I got injured, I got a herniated disc. My physio told me stop deadlifting. I was like, F you, I won't even listen. I started doing it back with proper form and still lousy approach, like 1 or 2 reps. And I even achieved greater strength, 225 kgs in a deadlift. But yeah, eventually I focused too much on upper body strength because we're trying to achieve the planche, and gave up my lower body training for about 2 years. And that's when the lower back the troubles really began, because my squat and my deadlift dropped and I stopped doing those exercises. So really make sure you keep squatting and deadlifting, and you can do it with very little weight. And I want to remind you, this is kind of like brushing your teeth. You know, you won't get a gold medal for deadlift or squat. You might never go in the Olympics. You might never break a freaking world record. But also, yeah, you're not gonna get a gold medal for brushing your teeth. But I bet you still brush your teeth because you want healthy teeth. So if you want a healthy spine, freaking do your squats and deadlifts correctly, and don't be worrying about no PR or world records. Just do your 3 sets of 5, about 2-3 times per week, and your lower back will thank you a lot. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope it was helpful. And yeah, once more, if some of you are interested in the Sky mentorship, really make sure to click the link right here below the video, schedule a free strategy session, and then we'll take it from there. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for your time, and remember, you're a champion. Boom.